Movie Holics!
What up, guys? Kyler Wilson here, and this video will be a little different than most of the videos that I ever release. Um, there's a YouTuber. By the way, just before I get started, I'm sorry, I'm a little sick. Might hear my voice is not the greatest right now, and I've got congestion and all this stuff, and I think somebody at work got me sick, but it's all right. We're working through it. Anyways, there's a YouTuber named Boogie2988. Awesome YouTuber that I hopefully one day we'll get to meet. But I watch him quite frequently, and he does this thing that he calls the Rambling series, where he talks about him and his life and everything else. And this is going to be somewhat kind of in that vein. So I just got to give. I mean, I guess I can't give him credit for giving people updates on his life. Everybody does that, but this video specifically, and any videos that I do from here on out like this, will be because of Boogie. So, anyways, moving forth, this kind of video I'm going to try to keep unedited, or at least mostly unedited. I might have to cut out some dead air here and there, but like I said, it'll be different, a little more, I don't know, real, I guess. So, anyways, here's what's going on. My work days have been really long. My last Monday started at 3:45 in the morning, and we didn't get home until like 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. And pretty much every day has been very much like that. So, they're long. I mean, working in the film industry is it's taxing, but it's what we do. I was doing those update videos 2 weeks ago for you. Every day I was giving you a little like a vlog, so to speak. It's just impossible, unfortunately, for me to do that with working on set. It's just too hectic. It's too insane. There's honestly too much that I can't show you, in terms of like confidentiality and keeping my job. I did what I could the first week, and I'll still continue to do what I can. I just don't foresee that being a whole lot, because I'm working anywhere from 15 to 18 hours a day, and with a 30-minute drive time on both ends, and then that would leave me, a couple hours to edit and then get an hour of sleep, and it's just not going to be really all that feasible. But these are. I mean, I'm at my studio. Clearly, you can see I'm coming back every weekend. I won't be coming back next weekend because there's some things going on Saturday and Sunday that we have to do. But I'll be coming back for the most part every weekend, and I'll be able to kind of update you on, as to what's been going on. And I might be able to, like next weekend, I can probably film some of that stuff. So the videos will still be there. They're just, again, as I said a few weeks ago, they're not going to be nearly as prolific, and they're not really going to be about movies all that often, even though I wish they were. It's just the way the business is right now, and as soon as I can get back home for good, everything will pick back up. So some of you might have noticed that I shaved. There's at least a few of you that will tell me that I lost -5 charisma for shaving. I did that for work, actually. I can't tell you what it's for. It's we were shooting at a roller rink, like it's supposed to be a 1950s roller rink, and I needed desperately to be out on the floor with all of our background actors, in case somebody fell and whatnot. I could get to them quickly, and I could be on camera was the biggest thing. I needed to be able to be out there with them while being on camera, so I wore this insanely dorky 1950s get up with a cowboy hat and pants up past my belly button, and then I had to shave, of course, because they didn't really do beards back then. So you can look at my Facebook. It's extremely funny, very, very funny. I look like a huge geek. So yeah, that's why I did that. It's already starting to come back a little bit. I can feel it. Let's see what else. So this again, I said was kind of going to be based off of Boogie's video. I want to talk about the new Star Wars trailer. So you saw it's Rogue One. It's a Star Wars story, and personally, I think that the trailer looked really really good. Um, that said, before ever hearing what anybody else ever had to say about Felicity Jones being the main lead, the second she popped up on camera, I was like, oh, we're going to do another female lead. Now, before you start lighting into me, I'm not saying that there can't be female leads. Clearly, I'm okay with female leads. A lot of my favorite movies have strong female leads. But this, I can't really explain it. I can't articulate it very well because, anybody who knows me knows I'm not at all sexist. But anybody watching this that isn't used to me, for me to say that, oh, they're doing another female lead, you're probably going to be trolling me in the comment section, and that's fine. You troll away. But it was just something that felt weird. It felt forced when I watched the trailer. Now maybe, it's just a trailer. The movie might not come off that way, but it just felt like there was an agenda being pushed with this trailer. And that said, after I watched the trailer and I went and I looked and saw what people were saying, a lot of people are saying the same thing. Now they're saying, a lot of people are saying it because they are sexist. They don't want. I saw a comment of a guy who said that women just, something along the lines of, women just aren't as badass as men in action roles, and they can't be. And that's just not true. There are plenty of really awesome action stars that are women. Mila Jovovich, for example, being one of them. She's extremely action oriented, and she's a beautiful lady. So I think that's it's bullshit. But I do have to admit, though, again with this trailer, something about it felt contrived. And again, I wish I could articulate it more. I just can't. I've watched the trailer a handful of times, and there are aspects of it I'm really excited for. And I'd said this earlier to somebody else. It might be the fact that Daisy Ridley and her look so similar to one another. And then, of course, so that spawned fan theories of, well, maybe that's her mother and blah, 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 blah. Maybe so. Who knows? I doubt it, though. I don't think they would have. I don't think they chose it based off of that. Anyways, yeah, I think the trailer looks great. It's just the casting choice seems a little forced and contrived to me. What do you guys think? Make sure to let me know. I promise I'm not sexist. I love, like I said, I've got several action movies that star female leads, and I like them a lot. So. And actually, good segue into this next topic. Not World of Warcraft. I'm sorry, Warcraft released a bunch of new trailers over just a few days ago, I guess, and all of them were great except for this one of Garona, and she's an orc. She's a green orc, and in the game, she's like, she wears the armor and everything. She looks badass. This picture still, again, it's not a still from the movie. It's a poster. It's a publicity poster. Like, over sexualized her, and that pissed a lot of people off. And I'm not saying it pisses me off, but it is a very weird choice for you to try to sexualize a female orc. I guess they feel like that's the kind of culture that we're in, but the fans weren't happy about it, and I can't imagine that a lot of people outside of the fans are going to go see this movie. I could be wrong, but I still don't think many people are into female orcs. I know Rule 34 exists, and if you go and Google it right now, I'm sure you could find some hardcore porn with some female orcs. But I think by and large, none of us are really into that. So why they have her like in this like halter top, showing the belly button and have her legs sticking out, showing some skin. It's very weird. Very weird. And I can understand why people are pissed because, I mean, you're over sexualizing a female even though it's an orc. I mean, would you do the same thing with a dog? In a movie, if it were an adult, I don't know. It's so stupid. I don't understand why they did that or took that option. I just don't think that many people are into orc play, but who knows? Are you into orc play? Let me know in the comments section below. Um, Anyways, we got another fun-filled week of work coming up. It's this job's gonna be difficult. It's long days, longer days than I'm used to, than even I'm used to, and I know that I'm always talking about working long hours, but um, it's the consistency. You don't always on a typical job you don't always work 16-hour days. It's typically speaking you're getting out in like 13 hours or so, 14 hours. But 16 and 18 seem to be more of a norm on this job for production, not for shooting. Because I'm having to be there usually 2 hours before we even start shooting, and then I'm there at least an hour after we're done shooting, if not another 2 hours. So if you just do the math, if we do a 12-hour shoot day, we've been doing 13-hour shoot days. So let's do 13. If we're doing 13-hour shoot days and I'm there 2 hours before, 2 hours after, I'm 17 hours a day plus 30 minutes drive home, 30 minutes drive back. That's an 18-hour day consistently every day, getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And people, I've had friends like, oh, I can survive off 5 hours of sleep. Sure you can, but not when you're walking 16 to 22 miles a day like I am. I've got a step counter. Longest day I ever clocked on set was 26 miles. So it's it's trying on the body, and to only get 4 or 5 hours of sleep it wears you out over the week. So, and then of course again it's a 3-hour drive there and back at the end of every week and beginning of every week. So I'm doing that myself, so that one's on me. I want to be home. I want to see Monica. Um, let's see. One last thing before I end. We saw Hardcore Henry last night. I'm going to do an actual review on it right after I do this video. But if you're prone to motion sickness, you should skip it. Just going to go ahead and let you know now. Anyways, guys, I'm about to die. I'm going to go ahead and do this review real quick just so I can get it done and out of the way. And I'll catch you guys later throughout the week, hopefully. What you think of this video? Is this something you want to see more of? Let me know in the comments section below. And as always, guys, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. And I'll catch you next time. Deuces.